They're calling it the Talent Corporation, and though its task is far from simple, its mandate is clear: to find ways to boost the pool of skilled workers to help Malaysia become a fully developed country by 2020.
It's a broad agreement that Malaysia must look at all sources of talent, including Malaysians, our Malaysian diaspora, and foreigners both in Malaysia and abroad. In undertaking an economic transformation, Malaysia must build both world-class companies and world-class talent.
As Malaysia has begun placing greater emphasis on developing its services sector, the talent shortfall has been laid bare, and it's a clear impediment to private investment, both foreign and domestic.
Of course, this is very much a concern of the Malaysian Employers Federation, because there are many complaints by our members to say that they don't get the right talent to man their human resource requirements.
An estimated 700,000 Malaysians, almost all of them skilled, are currently working abroad. The bulk is just next door in Singapore, and it's not only the proximity, the cultural similarities, or the higher wages that are responsible for the exodus. Robert Walters is an international human resources company.
Our neighbour has actually gotten the cream of our crop. Government sectors go in at pre-university level, so they actually offer scholarships to high potential students depending on their results, and these individuals, these talents, are bonded with the organization. Hence, when you graduate, you come back and you work for that particular government for, say, 10 years, and that's how they keep the talent.
Singapore companies and government agencies also recruit Malaysian and other foreign talent directly from top Western universities. Some Malaysian agencies are now taking a similarly proactive approach to luring Malaysian talent home. Wilson Wong was doing his law degree in the UK when the Malaysian Securities Commission approached him.
I was still in my student house writing my paper, and I got the email. I was surprised. They asked me to come over to London for an interview, and I went, and I got the offer there and then.
And it's not just a case of losing or not grooming enough local talent to drive the economy forward.
The figures as far as the foreign experts in 2000, it is something like 80,000 of them working in Malaysia, but the current figure is slightly less than 40,000. So it seems that thus far, Malaysia is not able to attract the talented workforce.
One obvious reason is that Malaysian wages are lower than more advanced economies. But that doesn't mean it can't be very attractive to expatriates. Andy Davison is the publisher of the Expat magazine. He also gave input to the government as it looked to set up the Talent Corporation.
Cost of living is one of the big pluses that most expats talk about, and the overall lifestyle, the fact that you can live in landed property, the fact that you've got lots of tourist destinations you can go to, the good choice of cuisines, the shopping malls, there's just a long list of things that they like.
Historically, Malaysia hasn't made it easy for skilled foreigners to come and work here, let alone to stay on if they decide they like it. Work permits have been tied to specific jobs and had to be renewed frequently. The spouses of permit holders weren't allowed to work, and to get permanent resident status could easily take a decade or more. The government is now tackling those obstacles. It's set to begin issuing 10-year passes for skilled foreigners, which will also allow them to switch jobs and allow their spouses to work.
I must say they've been very receptive to very often negative feedback on the subject, and everything I'm hearing is that there's going to be major changes, and I'm very encouraged by it, because it looks like they've firmly decided now, yes, we do need more foreigners to come in here. They are necessary for the economic growth of the country.
The government is also making it easier for Malaysians abroad who have given up their citizenship to return with their families. One key reason people are migrating is because they believe their kids will get a better education elsewhere. Improving post-secondary education here would also reduce the number of students first studying, then settling overseas, as well as producing more skilled locals.
There are two sides to it. It's not just about bringing people back. It's about retaining Malaysians as well in the system. So you cannot gauge the talent corps performance based on the number of Malaysians coming back. It's also about retaining Malaysians who otherwise would have gone abroad.
Wang, at least, feels he made a sound decision to return.
We're really opening up. Liberalization is the word these days, and it's really it's given a renewed sense of enthusiasm for graduates overseas to really come back home and see, be part of this exciting time.
It will be music to the ears of the Talent Corporation, who will be hoping to find many other Malaysians singing a similar tune.